My heart aches as I reflect on how my sister's interference has led to this place of separation. The pain is not just in the absence of the relationship, but in the betrayal I feel from someone who should have had my back. The sense of loss I feel is not just from the person I loved, but from the trust I placed in my sister. It's hard to let go, but it's even harder to heal when the very source of the pain is someone you once relied on. There's no clear resolution to this, only the lingering question of whether things could have been different if my sister hadn't been involved. The hurt runs deep, and it's difficult to see beyond the wreckage she's left behind. I find myself questioning everything from my decisions to my relationship as I try to make sense of why my sister's actions led us here. The pain of separation is compounded by the fact that it's someone close to me who caused it. It's hard to explain the confusion I feel. My sister's role in our separation has created a whirlwind of emotions, and I'm left struggling to understand where things went wrong and how I can move forward from here. Every time I think about the distance between us, I can't ignore the role my sister played. The pain is not just about losing love, it's about losing a part of myself, caught in the crossfire of family and relationship. What do you do when the one person you trust the most is the one who inadvertently causes your pain? That's where I am right now, struggling to navigate the fallout from my sister's involvement in our separation. The separation feels surreal, as if I'm caught between two worlds, one where everything was once perfect, and another where everything is falling apart thanks to my sister's influence. It's hard to move forward when the past is so entangled in the actions of someone close to you. My sister's role in our separation feels like an impossible knot, one that I'm still trying to untangle, but I'm not sure where to start. I never imagined that the person closest to me would be the one to shatter everything I thought I knew. The pain of separation feels even more intense, knowing that my sister's actions played such a pivotal role in it. I can't help but feel betrayed by the one person who should have been there to support me. My sister's involvement in our separation has left me questioning everything, and I'm left to pick up the pieces of a life I never thought would change. In the quiet moments, I wonder how things might have been different if my sister had kept her distance. The thoughts are hard to escape, and the hurt of separation lingers as I try to make sense of it all. There's a lingering sadness in my heart, not just because of the separation, but because I can't reconcile the role my sister played in it. Her actions have left me grappling with feelings of betrayal and loss that I didn't expect. It's hard to explain the deep sense of betrayal I feel. My sister was never supposed to be the reason we grew apart, yet here I am, trying to make sense of how we got here, one painful step at a time. The space between us feels insurmountable, and the fact that my sister played a part in it makes it all the more difficult to process. I'm left with a deep sense of hurt and confusion, unsure of how to move forward. It's almost like a dream, a nightmare I can't wake up from, as I think about the role my sister had in our separation. The pain is overwhelming, and I wonder if we'll ever be able to repair the damage that's been done. I feel as though I'm stuck in a cycle of hurt, each day reminding me of the separation and the truth that my sister was part of the reason it happened. I don't know how to break free from this emotional trap. The idea that my sister played such a big part in our separation makes it harder to move on. It's not just about what we lost. It's about the trust that was shattered and the sense of betrayal that I can't seem to shake. Every time I think I'm starting to heal, the memory of my sister's role in our separation brings me back to square one. It's a painful reminder that some wounds take longer to heal, especially when family is involved. The love I once had now feels distant, not just because of what happened, but because of who was involved. My sister's actions have caused a rift that I never thought could exist, and the pain is more than just emotional. It's a deep, gnawing hurt. It's difficult to navigate the emotion of separation when family is involved, and even harder when that family member is my sister. The tension between love and pain is overwhelming, and I'm not sure how to reconcile it all. I never thought I'd feel so lost, especially not over something that was caused by my sister's interference. But now the pain of separation is intertwined with confusion, and I'm not sure which direction to take. I expected that the person closest to me would be the one to create a distance between us. It's hard to comprehend how the actions of my sister have led to our separation, yet here I am, facing the aftermath of her choices and the emotional toll they've taken on me. The person who should have been my biggest support has become the very reason for my heartbreak. It's not just the distance between us, but the betrayal that cuts deeper as I try to understand how my sister's involvement has altered the course of my relationship. They say family comes first, but what happens when your family is the one to tear your world apart? I find myself grappling with emotions I never anticipated, caught between the love I feel for my sister and the pain she's caused in my relationship. The weight of this separation feels unbearable, especially knowing the root of it lies with my sister. I never imagined that her actions, her words, could create such a rift in my life. But here I am, trying to mend what's been broken. It's hard to articulate the hurt when the reason for the distance between us isn't just a simple misunderstanding, but something that goes deeper, something caused by my sister's interference. I wonder if we'll ever find our way back. As much as I want to move on and heal, the truth remains that my sister played a significant role in our separation. Her involvement has left me questioning everything, from my relationship to my own sense of self. In moments of reflection, I wonder if I could have done something differently, if I could have stopped my sister's influence from tearing all apart. The answer is elusive, but the pain lingers, leaving me with a heart full of confusion and regret. The distance between us grows each day, and it's hard to ignore the fact that my sister's actions have fueled the fire. I find myself stuck in a whirlwind of emotions, torn between family loyalty and the love I once had. It's painful to admit, but the separation we're experiencing stems from the actions of someone I love. My sister has inadvertently become the wedge that's driven a painful divide between us, and it's difficult to move forward with this burden on my heart. I keep replaying the moments when I felt my sister's presence overshadowing my relationship. It wasn't just one thing, it was a series of small choices that culminated in the breaking point. Now, I'm left to deal with the aftermath, wondering if things could have been different. The emotional distance between us is not just physical, it's rooted in something deeper, something tied to my sister's involvement. It's hard to fathom how someone I've always trusted could have caused such turmoil in my life. Every conversation, every decision now feels weighed down by the thought of my sister's influence. It's hard to reconcile the love I have for her with the damage she's caused, and I'm left standing at the crossroads, unsure of which path to take. I never thought I'd find myself in this position, feeling torn between loyalty to my sister and the love I once shared with someone else. Her role in our separation has created a complex web of emotions, leaving me confused and heartbroken. The silence between us speaks volumes, and it all goes back to the impact my sister has had on our relationship. It's a painful realization, but I can't deny that her involvement has been the catalyst for everything that's gone wrong. As I sit with my thoughts, I can't escape the truth that my sister's actions have played a pivotal role in this separation. It's not just about what happened, it's about how I feel now, lost and uncertain of where to go from here. My heart aches as I reflect on how my sister's interference has led to this place of separation. The pain is not just in the absence of the relationship, but in the betrayal I feel from someone who should have had my back. The sense of loss I feel is not just from the person I loved, but from the trust I placed in my sister. It's hard to let go, but it's even harder to heal when the very source of the pain is someone you once relied on. There's no clear resolution to this, only the lingering question of whether things could have been different if my sister hadn't been involved. The hurt runs deep, and it's difficult to see beyond the wreckage she's left behind. I find myself questioning everything from my decisions to my relationship as I try to make sense of why my sister's actions led us here. The pain of separation is compounded by the fact that it's someone close to me who caused it. It's hard to explain the confusion I feel. My sister's role in our separation has created a whirlwind of emotions, and I'm left struggling to understand where things went wrong and how I can move forward from here.